other variation I'd like to very quickly share with you is this leaf right here. What I did to achieve this shaded effect, I'm not sure it shows very well, is I mixed in 1 cup about 50-50 light and dark green beads, and then simply randomly strung them together. That effect in a design is also very elegant. It's just one other option you have there. Now, the design for this leaf that we just made has so many applications. As you recall, when we brought the wrap up the first time and we wrapped it around and then came back down, we did this as a 45-degree angle up, wrapped it around, and then came right down with it. So that 45-degree angle wrap created a pointed tip. The same thing can happen at the bottom if you want a pointed bottom of your leaf. The way you achieve a round tip or bottom is, instead of wrapping your wire at a 45-degree angle, you wrap it at a 90-degree angle to your wire here. When you come around your wire, instead of wrapping at a 45-degree angle and coming back, you wrap at a 90-degree angle around and then come down. That will keep the end of your leaf round instead of pointed. And this is an example of how it stays round, because remember, when I brought it back around, instead of doing a 45-degree angle, I simply wrapped it straight around at a 90 and then back up again to the 45 wrap. Now, the importance of that maneuver is that you can get a whole lot of different flowers out of this one style of a wrapped leaf. This bougainvillea was created with that style of wrapping. The leaves were created with that style of wrapping. The reason the leaves on the bougainvillea look so much finer is because I used 15-aught size glass beads in this one instead of 11-aught. And sometimes those little tiny 15-aught beads give a very, very elegant look that cannot be achieved with an 11-aught. So that's another consideration when you start planning. Rose petals. Rose petals are made the very same way. Every single petal, you start with some small petals in the center, graduate them out. That would be a whole different tutorial. If you want to get into that, let me know and I'll do roses with you. But the basics are the same. There's 1 tiny petal in the center, 3 slightly larger petals, and then 5 larger petals on the perimeter, and that creates a really nice full red rose. But the petal, each petal is made exactly the way we made this leaf. And then they're all brought together in the center, and they're wrapped with a floral tape in green. And later, when I'm ready to use them in a composition, I'll either wrap them with silk or embroidery floss or glass beads. I don't really care for a final finish in floral tape, but it is widely accepted, and I'm not criticizing that. I'm just saying that for my personal taste, I don't care for this finish, and I'll tell you why. Because this tape is coated in wax, and that's what makes it hold together, and it helps contain all of these fine wires so that they can be finished more beautifully. It smooths everything down and gives you a nice smooth surface to apply your floss or your silk or your beads. But it's tacky, and I don't mean tacky as in unattractive. I mean tactilely, it is tacky. When the wax gets warm, it feels sticky, and I don't like the way that feels. And I don't think that this is durable enough to last as long as I want it to in a jewelry application. In a stationary floral arrangement that won't be handled and won't be warmed by body temperatures, it'll probably do just fine. But in a jewelry application, to my mind, it doesn't work well at all. And on that note, I'm going to conclude this session, and I thank you for watching. Have a great day.